you want to build a structure on your personal land, what you register, you have to go to the local government and do all your necessary building, whatever. That one is not tax. Tax is where the government comes to you every month, just the way our pay is cut off from our salaries. You know, they don't cut from churches like that.
No, you have to understand that tax basically comes in various funds, whether in levies or in fees, whatever. But anyway, they're all taxes. The stamp that we pay that we're not being charged is also a form of tax.
The stamp duties.
The stamp duties we pay regularly now, it's also a form of tax. When you are doing, in fact, it could just like it basically say, even those that have some private jets, when parking of the private jet, where your private jet in that airport area, in the hangar, whatever fees you are paying, it's also a form of tax.
Well, for myself, after all that our caller said, the only thing I still have to say is this law has come to stay.
No, like you understand, yes,
yeah.
The law has come to stay.
The law has come to stay.
What I'm saying this,
let her finish,
let me just
continue.
The law has come to stay, and then even in that, like I said before, if you are not found wanting, nobody's going to look for you.
Of course.
Like I said earlier, the problem with them is not being accountable. The problem is the fact that of that clause that says we will take leadership from you and hand it over to somebody in the interim.
If you are found
wanting.
Okay, Victor, let me remind you.
Now, let me just say something now. The reason why I was basically now, the thing is, just like the caller says, sometimes we like to copy things from the UK, from the US, from the wherever, but we don't see how it's being practiced here. When this actually started, I say it's going to cause more problems in the church because it's going to less and politicize the church. Reason because we are Nigeria. You just made reference to this pastor that was used to this in London, over 500 something million.
And even last
from Nigeria to Dubai. Yeah. So what that makes you think that with this law in place, some other political people that have interest in churches, whatever, cannot begin to then rise some people up against begin to cause internal grumbling within these church trustees to enable them change.
Different members of the church start writing petitions, because I think it's there.
Just to change
if you are not okay with the system of the church, you can write petitions.
The source of accountability is very genuine. We have auditors everywhere. We also have forensic experts. You understand? Where you pay money through an account number. You understand? You also lodge money into an account number. You also have your bank verification number. I get what I'm saying? Yeah. Apart from that, if it is a domiciliary account that is foreign account, dollars account, you still have that avenue and the record. So if anything fishy comes in, the government will know. The government have been ignoring this aspect because it's a charity organization.
And people are not also trying to see the angle of the government.
Why the government also, there was in 2015 where people use a private jet to go and buy illegal arms. Up to now, the money is seized in South Africa, and the plane is also there. It belongs to. So what are we talking about here?
There are different goals.
The government have been overlooking this aspect. It's not as if I'm taking side.
But if a person has a private jet,
if the government have been overlooking,
what is wrong?
Let's even look aside.
If the government say your money, if you told the government that my money is for charity, what we are using here is for charity organization. Will government know that yes, you invested into this? The government is not touching your investment capital. Now the proceed why you don't pay tax. That aspect of the tax in bulk, if you calculate it, you are supposed to use that tax while you were exempted in the first place for the public good, for charity.
Yes, and that's why that's why I'm even saying that most of these churches has done less than charity activities.
Akindele, please be civil in your comment.
People
it is important that you respect
scholarship. They help people.
The government.
Nobody's
your
saying
pastor
they are not
asks you to
doing
respect
that.
Nobody's
saying they are not doing that. But my question here is now.
We have 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, still my question here is, before this government brought out this law, are we even looking at the point of view where they're coming? Because we know lots of fraudulent activities have been going on.
Everybody does.
You understand?
Everybody does. Like
as much as we want even politicians themselves to be judged, to be looked at, to check their activities, even also churches and some other organizations that need to be checked should be checked. So I don't see it as a problem.
No, it's not a problem. Like I said, I think what is really getting them, everybody, what's really getting